Good morning, how are you? So happy to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about a subject that I've really been studying a lot lately. Now, when I wrote my book, Blue Rose Bookstore, The Journey of Healing, the main character is Annie Walker. And Annie Walker was one of those type of people that always had her head down and never had a chance to look up what was going on around her because she was trying so hard as an overachiever to accomplish everything in her life, that she realized when she went to the city of the Blue Rose and was talking to Bidra, that when Bidra asked her, are you a receiver or a giver, she couldn't answer the question. Because are you good at receiving from the universe? When somebody compliments you, and a good way to figure this out quickly, if somebody compliments you, do you say thank you? Or do you say, oh no, you look better? Or, oh, thanks, but hey, I think you're smarter. Do you deflect their comments and put it back to the person? Because that means you're an overgiver. That means that you give, but you're not allowing the universe to receive. And I just read the best example of how to receive. This gentleman had cancer. He had, always been healthy, always been somebody that gave to the universe, was always giving to his friends, his church, at work, everywhere. He got cancer and he was having a really hard time cooking for himself. And the pastor of his church put a call out to church mates that if anybody wants to help this gentleman out, take him food, let's set up a food list. And everybody can be assigned a day or a meal to take him a list. So the pastor's calling and the pastor says, on Tuesday it's Henry. And the guy's like, no, not Henry. Henry's 80, 85 years old. He has a walker, no. And the pastor said, listen, Henry signed up for it. Just let's move on. And kept going. The guy, my friend was so worried about it because he knew Henry was old and frail. So the day comes and Henry, pulls up in his car and he gets out and he has his walker and he slowly and painfully walks to the trunk of his car and opens it and gets the food so he can carry it on his walker and carries it. And my friend's just staring at him and he wants so badly to run out and help him, but his health just won't allow him. So he's watching this and watching this. And Henry comes up and knocks on the door and he opens the door and he's like, Henry. And Henry's face was beaming. He was so happy. And he looked at my friend and said, here's your food. I'm going to set it up for you. You sit down. He set up everything and he turned around and he said, thank you for allowing me to help you. And my friend realized that when you don't allow people to give to you, you're taking away their joy. You're taking away their opportunity to give joy to the world. So you have to learn how to be a giver and a receiver. And, I find a lot of women that, have had tumultuous past or have had issues in their life really have trouble because, I have a lot of trouble receiving because when I was growing up, it was not highly thought of to be a receiver. You had to be more of a giver. And I can remember in school, when I was probably in high school, I was probably my freshman year, somebody had asked me to do something for them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I went out of my way and I did it for them. And they were so happy and so sweet and so kind about it. And it stuck with me that I got so much positive from giving to this person that I became an over-giver. And I deflected any receiving because of just growing up in a house where you gave more than you received. And I realized recently I shut the universe down. Because after a while, the universe will quit sending people to give to you because it knows you're going to reject it. And you're going to turn around and you're going to say, why are all these people having all this great stuff happen in their life, but I'm not? I hope this is making sense because it is so important that you give to the universe, but you also allow others to give to you because you're allowing them their joy. Just like the joy I get when I give to people and I help people out is the same joy that people are giving back to me if I allow it. So really sit down and think, are you allowing people to give to you? Or when somebody says, hey, I'll pay you back for that soda pop. And you say, oh no, it's only $1.50. Instead, you should be like, well, sure, because that allows that person the opportunity to give back to you, to show that they're grateful for what you've done for them. Gratitude is one of the most important emotions we can have on the planet Because when you're grateful, the universe wants you to be more grateful, so it'll give you more and more. So if you allow and you receive while also being grateful, the possibilities will be endless. So if you feel like your life is stuck or stagnant, or you think, why is everybody else getting things sent to them, and why is this person getting a pay raise, and why is that person having all this wonderful stuff? If you're giving and giving, that's why. So again, a great example to figure it out is when somebody compliments you, what is your reaction? Now, I was on the phone earlier today and somebody said something that was a compliment, and instead of deflecting immediately and saying, oh no, you look better, oh no, I was like, thank you. And that's hard and it's awkward for me, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do it. And if it's hard and it's awkward for you, we can work together, because once you allow the universe to come into your life, and once you quit all the blocks to your greatness and all the blocks to you moving forward, your life will be amazing. Since I realized that I am an overgiver and an underreceiver, I felt the world lifted off my shoulders. I felt so light and airy. And it was like, thank you. And we all have different signals. For me, when I am jiving with the universe, when I have stumbled onto something I'm right about with the universe, I feel light and airy. I know somebody, when she stumbles onto something with the universe and it's right, she gets chills. I know another friend who hair stands up on the back, on her arms. Everybody responds different. The universe gives us all different signals. For me, I just feel so light. I feel so amazing. And I asked the universe a question this morning when I was out with, walking Rosie the bulldog. And I was like, send me a sign I'll recognize. And right then, this beautiful green butterfly, all green, never seen anything like it, floated down, and it stood up, and it kind of floated around my head and floated, but it fluttered around, and then it was gone. And I felt light and airy, and the message was, look up the meaning. So of course I looked up the meaning of a green butterfly, and it was an amazing meaning. Because I'm opening the universe up to receiving, the universe is going to start sending stuff. So I hope this made sense to you. I hope you understand. If you have any questions, please let me know. I think this is such an important topic. I think this is something you really, really have to understand in order to maximize your possibilities in this world. Because there's nothing you can't have if you believe it. But if you keep clouding up your pipelines, if your pipelines from the universe to you are clogged, like a clogged pipe, we need to unclog them. So I hope this provided value to you. If you liked what you heard, please share it with everybody. Sharing is caring. Share it with all your friends so they too can understand the difference between a receiver and a giver. And there's people that are over receivers too. Absolutely, there's people that just give and don't have any give backs. They are the same clogged pipes. So let me know if you need anything. If you have any questions, jump over to my website, KarenBarno.com. I hope to see you September 29th if you're in town in Phoenix, Arizona for my workshop webinar. If not, we are taping it, so there'll be a tape available at some point. And I think that's all I got. So here's to love and gold dust in the air. Take care. Bye-bye.